Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how to succeed or at least hold your own in a competitive work environment. So tell me, have you ever worked at a place where everyone is smart, driven, and always performing? Where the pressure is constant, the competition is quiet but intense, and no one dares talk about how exhausted they really are, or they carry it as a badge of honor. While at first it may feel like a compliment, you've joined an elite club of high performers. You must be one of them. Well, that's also a competitive work environment. And it's not just people competing against each other, it's teams competing, departments competing, and the company competing in the marketplace. Now, competitive cultures aren't always toxic, but they do take a toll. And if you don't recognize what's happening, they can quietly drain your energy, your confidence, and your peace of mind. Today, I'm going to show you how to protect yourself, your reputation, and your energy when you're working in one of these high pressure environments so you can succeed without burning yourself out. All right, so let's get started. Step one, recognize the culture you're in. As I mentioned, competitive workplaces are often disguised as high performance cultures. The expectation that you'll work at your best potential all the time, that you'll push harder, stay later, take on more, and do it with a smile because we're all doing it. This idea goes way back. Jack Welch at GE famously built a system called rank and yank. The philosophy was simple: you're up or you're out. The lowest performers were cut every year, no exceptions. And while many companies don't say that out loud anymore, under the surface, that culture still thrives. So, how do you know you're in one? Everyone's online after 8 p.m. Taking a late night call is treated like loyalty. Asking for help is seen as weakness, so it's disguised as we need to collaborate. And people who look busy are praised more than those who are actually smart about their work. I lived this myself. At one company, if you weren't available for a last minute call at night, it would get brought up the next day. Not because it mattered, but because it became part of the culture. That's how pervasive it gets. Step two, watch out for the hidden costs. On the surface, competition drives performance, but the hidden costs are huge. People burn out. Good employees get sidelined because they won't play the always on game. And often, women and underrepresented groups quietly carry more than their share. I had a client who worked in this type of culture. She was a successful director, but the people around her started dumping work on her because they knew that she'd get it done. So she told me she didn't mind. And I said, well, I do. If you give them permission to do this because you think you're being helpful, then they'll keep doing it until you're spent. And this is the point. She was carrying the load while they got praised for the effort. And that's how these systems reward the wrong people. So if you're exhausted, frustrated, and feeling invisible, it's not you, it's the culture, and the culture is allowing it to happen. Step three, protect your energy and your boundaries. Now, let's talk strategy. The first step is to protect yourself. In competitive cultures, your energy is your most valuable asset. Here's what I tell my clients: say no strategically. You don't need to join every committee or accept every last minute request. Choose the ones that actually build your visibility and value. Block time for deep work. In these cultures, busyness often gets mistaken for impact. Don't fall into that trap. Protect time for the work that truly matters. Watch for burnout triggers. If you catch yourself saying just one more thing every night, you're already on the edge. Remember, you don't have to win every race. Just don't let someone else's urgency become your identity. Step four, focus on your unique value. Here's another trap: comparison. In a competitive culture, it's so easy to look sideways instead of forward, but that's how confidence dies. Instead, ask yourself, What do I bring that no one else does? Where do I make problems disappear? And who quietly relies on me to keep things running? Once you know the answers to those questions, then double down on that. You don't win by trying to be everything. You win by being undeniably great at something that matters. Step 5, build alliances, not just a reputation. When the pressure is high, it's tempting to go solo, to keep your head down, to do the work, and hope someone notices. But in competitive cultures, allies are your safety net. Look for cross functional partners who collaborate well with you, senior leaders who value what you bring, colleagues who lift others up instead of dragging them down. And then do the same. Share credit, back others up, build a reputation as someone who's both capable and collaborative. Because in these environments, the people who rise aren't the loudest performative ones. They eventually burn bridges. The ones who have a better chance to rise are the ones people actually want to work with. That's the foundational work. Step 6, the future of work shifting from competition to coaching. Here's the good news. The old model of leadership, push harder, outwork, outlast, is starting to crack. It's outdated. It doesn't retain talent. It doesn't build sustainable companies. The future is moving toward leaders who act as coaches, leaders who don't just drive performance, but build people, who care about development, balance, and sustainability. And that's my observation working with clients these days. Over the past 12 to 18 months, I've noticed more companies asking for coaching for their leadership teams on leadership as coach. High performance doesn't have to mean cutthroat. It can mean helping people play to their strengths and succeed together. And if you're watching this video, you have a choice. You can let the culture shape you, or you can start shaping the culture by showing up differently. A competitive work environment can push you to grow, but it can also push you to your limit. You don't have to hustle harder just to keep up. You can be smart, strategic, and protect your peace while still standing out. So here's your challenge. Pick one of these strategies this week and try it. Whether it's setting a boundary, clarifying your unique value, or building an alliance, you'll be surprised at how quickly people notice. All right, so that's it for my video on how to handle a competitive work environment. And let me know in the comments below how you've adapted to a competitive culture at work. What helped you feel like you could succeed there? I'd love to hear about it. And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.